What happens when an oil-rich nation bets $100 billion on ports, railways, and a dream to outdo Dubai and Singapore? Saudi Arabia isn't just building roads, it's trying to rebuild its entire economy through logistics. In this episode, we'll unpack the mega projects, the real risks, and whether a country can engineer global trade from scratch. Let's start with what triggered the biggest economic shift in Saudi Arabia's modern history. In 2016, Saudi Arabia introduced Vision 2030, an economic transformation plan designed to reduce the kingdom's dependence on oil. The initiative was born out of a growing awareness that oil revenues, while still dominant, would not be enough to sustain long-term national prosperity. As part of this transformation, Saudi Arabia set out to become a global logistics hub that could serve as the bridge between Asia, Europe, and Africa. The goal is to expand the logistics sector's role in the national economy by modernizing infrastructure, improving efficiency, and attracting private investment. The Saudi government hopes to transform the country into one of the world's top logistics performers by the end of the decade. At the heart of this strategy is a bold investment, over $100 billion dedicated to ports, railways, customs reform, dry ports, and global logistics partnerships. Up next, here's a closer look at the mega projects turning sand into trade routes. Saudi Arabia's logistics push is driven by massive infrastructure. At the center is the Saudi Landbridge, a 1,300-kilometer railway linking Jeddah to Dammam, cutting cross-country cargo time to under 18 hours and offering an alternative to the Suez Canal. Ports are getting major upgrades. Jeddah Islamic Port is expanding to boost capacity, while King Abdullah Port, built via public-private partnership, is now one of the world's fastest growing. Inland, dry ports and logistics hubs in cities like Riyadh and Sudair are streamlining customs and warehousing, reducing congestion and speeding up distribution. Now here's where Saudi Arabia has an edge most countries can't buy: location. Saudi Arabia sits at the crossroads of Asia, Europe, and Africa, an ideal position for global trade. Although over 10% of global trade passes through the Red Sea each year, much of it bypasses Saudi ports. The kingdom now aims to change that by becoming a key hub for maritime, overland, and air freight, positioning itself alongside global giants like Singapore, Dubai, and Rotterdam. Now let's explore the fine line between visionary planning and overbuilding. Saudi Arabia's strategy is to build capacity first and attract demand later. This infrastructure-first approach requires not just physical investment, but policy reform, digital systems, and global cooperation. The country is streamlining customs processes, reducing red tape, and training thousands of workers in logistics-related fields to support the sector's growth. Still, there are significant risks. Unlike mature logistics hubs like Jebel Ali in the UAE, Saudi Arabia does not yet have the same level of trade volume or manufacturing base. There's also competition from neighboring countries with deep-rooted supply chain networks. The biggest challenge is proving that this infrastructure won't sit idle, that it can actually capture and sustain global trade flows. Saudi Arabia's $100 billion logistics bet isn't just about trade, it's about transforming the nation's future. If it works, it proves an oil giant can build a logistics empire from scratch. Hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, can Saudi Arabia pull it off? More global power plays coming next.